We're going to practice 4 algebra questions that most students should know by the end of grade 6. I understand that math can be challenging to tackle alone. This channel is here to support and assist you or your child in learning math. What you'll need: a pencil, download our video worksheet, link in the comments, or use your own piece of paper, and time to use your brain, so no calculators are allowed. Here's a look at 4 algebra questions that we're going to solve. Feel free to pause and solve the question on your own first, or watch Ms. John guide you through the solutions. Feel free to use the timestamp below to go directly to the answer key. Question number 1, we're going to solve 2x plus 5 equals 15. So we're solving for x. Answer. So in order to solve this question, what we first want to do is think about what is kind of the easiest thing to do. And if I actually tutored you, I would let you know. We'll do a little game and stuff like that on what's easier and why not. But in this sense, I'll just give you the answer. So what we're going to do is actually move over that plus 5. So let's first begin to write 2x equals 15, because we're going to make sure that stays the same. And then we're going to move over that plus 5. When we move something over to the other side of the equal sign, it changes the sign, and in this case it will change its sign from positive to negative. So essentially from addition to subtraction. So we're going to do minus 5. So 15 minus 5 equals, let's write that 2x as stay the same, and it equals 10. So now the other thing that we're going to do here is we're going to look at, okay, 2x, what form of operation is it? Is it an addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division? Hopefully you guessed that it's in multiplication. So now what we need to do to get x by itself, we must move that 2 over to the other side of the equal sign. And in this case, because it's in the form of multiplication, when we move it over to the other side of the equal sign, it's going to become division. So now we're going to do 10 divided by 2. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So hopefully you got x equals 5. And this is your answer. Question number 2. Solve 3 open bracket 2 times 2 close bracket to the exponent of 2 plus 5. Answer. So before we begin, we're going to always write BEDMAS. Really big on writing BEDMAS. I think it's key to just write that down somewhere in the corner. So what we're going to do is first look for the B. So B stands for brackets. So let's look for brackets. We do have the brackets. We have the brackets of 2 times 2. So therefore, we're going to do brackets first. So let's solve for the brackets. 2 times 2 equals 4. So we know that it equals 4. So next one we're going to look at is the E. Is there exponents in the question? There is. So we have 4 to the exponent of 2. So let's solve for the exponent. So 4 to the power of 2 equals 16. So now what we're going to look for is there division. So when we look at this question, there's no division. So therefore we can go to the next one, M. So when we look at this question, is there M? So when there's 2 numbers sandwiched together, so 3 open bracket, 16 close bracket, that represents multiplication. So therefore, there's multiplication. That's the next step we're going to do. So 3 times 16 equals 48. And then the last thing we're going to do is A. So there is addition, so 48 plus 5. So therefore, we're going to solve for the addition. 48 plus 5 equals 53. So your answer is 53. Question number 3, solve. We're going to solve 3 plus 4 open bracket 2 times 3 close bracket to the exponent of 2 divided by 12. Let's begin. So the first thing that I always like to do is A, write down the question, of course, and then B, write down BEDMAS. So in this case, we're going to look at the B bracket. So in this question, there's brackets, so therefore we're going to do the brackets first. So when we do the brackets first, it's going to be 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 equals 6. And now we're going to look, is there exponents? And there is. So we're going to do exponents next. So we're going to do 6 to the power of 2, which equals 36. Then we're going to look, is there division and is there multiplication? So when it comes to division and multiplication, so let's look at it through the BEDMAS. We underline both the D and the M because it is based on whichever comes first in the equation. And in this equation, division actually comes second and multiplication actually comes first. So therefore, we're going to do MD. So we're going to do the multiplication first. So we're going to do 4 times 36, and that's going to give us 144. We already did the multiplication, so now we're going to do the division. We're going to do 144 divided by 12, and that's going to equal 12. So now we do the next one. Is there A? So there is A and there's no S because A and S is based on what comes first as well. In this case, what we're going to do is addition next. So now we're going to do 3 plus 12, and 3 plus 12 equals 15. So that is your answer. The answer is 15. And again, there's no subtraction. So we're done. Question number 4. We're going to match the left column with the right column. You got this. Answer. So in order for us to answer this question, we're going to take the fraction and put it into a decimal. So we're going to take the top number and divide it into the bottom number. Also, keep in mind, you're looking at which decimal is closest to 1. So remember, like half of 1 is 0.5. So is it higher than 0.5 or is it lower than 0.5? That's pretty much the way you want to gauge which one is greater and which one's less than. Okay, so let's start with the first fraction. So let's draw a rough box. And in that rough box, we're going to write 9 divided by 12. 9 divided by 12 equals 0.75. Now we're going to draw another rough box to do the other fraction. And so we're going to write in the rough box 4 divided by 9. 4 divided by 9 equals 0.44. So what we're going to look at is which number is closest to 1, and that would be 0.75. Therefore, it is greater than 0.44, which is closer to 0. Therefore, the answer is greater than. So we're going to draw a line going towards greater than. Let's do the next row. So this question has exponents, and remember what you want to do first is the brackets first. So 5 times 3, and then we're going to do the exponent. So when solving for this answer, remember that you want to solve for the bracket first and then the exponent. So let's begin by first drawing a rough box. And in that rough box, we're going to write open bracket 5 times 3 close bracket to the exponent of 2, and that equals 225. Now we're going to draw another rough box, and in that rough box, we're going to write open bracket 96 divided by 6 close bracket to the exponent of 2, which equals 256. So when you're looking at these two numbers, we know that 225 is less than 256. Therefore, it is going to have the symbol that represents less than, and then we're going to draw a line going towards less than. So let's do the last column. So in order to complete the last column, we're going to first draw a rough box. And in that rough box, we're going to write 5 open bracket 12 times 3 close bracket minus 80. And that equals 100. And then we're going to draw another rough box. And in that rough box, we're going to write 10 to the exponent of 2. And that equals 100. So now we're going to draw the equal sign to represent equal to, and then we're going to draw a line going towards equal to. So that's your answer. Here's the answer key. If you got an answer wrong, use a timestamp to go back and check your solution. Good job at taking ownership over your education. You did it! See you in the next video.